Last night, I had a nightmare. Every box of cereal on Earth vanished. Poof, gone. I thought, no big deal, I'll just have toast. But then it hit me. Toast doesn't come packed with all those vitamins and minerals like cereal does. It's just warm bread. And making it from scratch, that's an all-day disaster waiting to happen. Meanwhile, my dream parrot, who apparently only eats cereal, was losing his mind. I woke up in a cold sweat. But seriously, how do those tiny flakes and oats get packed with so much nutrition? Is it true that making cereals includes a very important process from the medicine science sector? And what kind of crunchy sorcery turns raw grains into breakfast magic? Time to crack open the mystery of cereal production. Smash that like button and subscribe if you're ready to get crunchy. Our story starts not in a factory, but in a field with the raw ingredients that make up our favorite cereals. Think big fields of corn, wheat, and oats growing happily under the sun. But these aren't just any old grains. They're special kinds picked because they make the best cereals. Farmers choose these varieties very carefully, sort of like picking out the best players for a sports team. When the grains are ready, they're harvested and taken to the factory where the magic begins. It's all about getting things clean and ready for the next step. The grains are cleaned really well. They get a shower to get rid of any dirt or little rocks that might have hitched a ride. After the shower, the grains are checked to make sure they are the right size and quality. Next, these grains go through some heavy-duty processing. We're talking big machines that crush, grind, and sometimes cook them into a mush. The grains are cooked into a mixture that's easy to work with. Different grains get different treatments. Some are boiled and mashed, others are ground into a fine flour. This part is super important because it makes the cereal pieces have the right shape and texture later on. The goal, a smooth mixture that is ready for the next stage. Once the mix is prepared, it's time to give it shape and form. This is where the fun stuff starts happening. Depending on the kind of cereal we're making, different techniques are used. For flakes, the mix is usually cooked and pressed into thin sheets. Then, it's cut into individual flakes, like you'd use cookie cutters, but on a giant industrial scale. For cereal that are shaped like tiny O's, the mix goes into a machine called an extruder, which works like a pasta maker. It squishes the mix through a die, which creates the round shape. Then it's cut to just the right size. Imagine giant Play-Doh machines making all the shapes you want. The machines are set up to make tons of cereal all at the same time. Now here's where it gets interesting and a little bit sciencey. You might think that the way they add vitamins to cereal is as simple as sprinkling them on, like putting salt on fries, but you would be dead wrong. It's much more complex. Here's a secret. The same technology used to create perfectly smooth coatings on your cereal was also used by researchers to make super precise medicine delivery systems. And what if I told you that cereal companies once considered using some secret materials to make the vitamins even more potent? Stick around. You're not going to believe where this is going. Now we come to the part of the process that turns our bland little flakes or O's into something really yummy. We're talking about coatings and flavors. This step is where the cereal goes from meh to wow. The cereal pieces travel through a machine which carefully gives it a coating. This coating could be a sugary syrup for a sweet cereal, or maybe some chocolate for a choco-flavored one. But here's the important part. This coating is also where all the vitamins and minerals get added. The vitamin mix is prepared beforehand with exact measurements, so the cereal gets the right amount in each serving. The vitamins are usually in a fine powder that gets mixed into the liquid coating, making sure every single piece gets the same amount of all the good stuff. They are mixed so well that they become one single liquid mixture. This process makes sure each piece of cereal is not just tasty, but also super nutritious. These vitamins aren't just thrown in haphazardly. The mixing process is very precise, ensuring that every bite is packed with the right nutrients. They also use special equipment and mixing techniques. This way, the vitamins don't clump together and get evenly distributed. After the flavor and vitamin coating is applied, the cereal is still a bit wet. It needs to be dried and toasted. This stage is important because it makes the cereal crunchy and crispy. That nice snap, crackle, pop we all know and love. The cereal goes through a big oven that's carefully set to just the right temperature. It's like a giant toaster, but with a conveyor belt. The heat evaporates all the extra water and makes the cereal pieces light and crispy. This toasting process is a science, not just a random cooking step. The temperature has to be perfect, because if the oven is too hot, the cereal will burn, and if it's not hot enough, they'll be soggy. So it is usually between 240 degrees Celsius to 315 degrees Celsius depending on the type of cereal being made. It needs just the right amount of heat for the right amount of time. This step makes sure the cereal is not just tasty, but also has a really good texture. It's a big factor for why they taste so good. This toasting process is where the cereal really starts becoming the crunchy, flavorful breakfast we recognize. Once the cereal is perfectly dried and toasted, it's time for the final step: packaging and quality control. The cereal is moved into a packaging area which is completely automatic. Machines carefully weigh the cereal and put them in bags, and then those bags go inside of a box. The boxes are sealed up and they go on their way. But before they do, they need a quality check. Quality control is extremely important. Everything is checked: the taste, the texture, and the vitamin amounts. Machines check the bags to make sure they are sealed tightly so no air can sneak in. They also check the weight to make sure every box has exactly the amount listed on the label, not a gram more or less. They do tests on the cereal to make sure it is as crunchy and tasty as it's supposed to be. This quality control step is super important because it makes sure that every single box of cereal is exactly the same and exactly perfect. But hold on, here's something you might not expect. During the space race, NASA scientists looked into using cereal coating technology to make astronaut food. They needed foods that were nutritious, lightweight, and easy to eat in zero gravity. They were able to successfully coat astronaut food with vitamins so that they would be easy to eat in space. The cereal coating tech actually helped make space food. And who knew? It turns out the same stuff, keeping your cereal tasty, also helped us reach for the stars. Now let's get to what you might be most curious about. What exactly are those vitamins and minerals that are added to the cereal? Most cereals are packed with vitamins like A, B, C, D, and E, as well as some other nutrients like calcium, iron, and zinc. These aren't just random ingredients. These are added to make sure that the cereals help you start the day with all the good stuff your body needs. It's like a multivitamin that tastes like your favorite breakfast. These vitamins are not just sprinkled on. They're carefully chosen and added in precise amounts. This is all done so the cereal gets the correct balance of vitamins and minerals without overpowering the taste or texture. They need to be in the right form so that your body can use them. It's a scientific process that makes sure you are getting the most out of every bite. They're there to make sure you are starting your day with the nutrients your body needs. From those fields of grain to the high-tech factories and packaging rooms, the journey of your breakfast cereal is a truly amazing one. Every step, from cleaning the grains to adding the vitamin coating, is planned and executed to perfection, making sure you get a product that's not only tasty, but also nutritious. Next time you enjoy a bowl of cereal, Take a moment to appreciate the incredible journey those Flakes and O's have been through. It's a mix of science, technology, and a whole lot of care. So have we cracked the code on your breakfast cereal? Did you learn something new? If so, you know what to do. Smash that like button, subscribe for more behind-the-scenes looks at the foods we love, and share this with everyone you know. And now, if you'll excuse me, I'm suddenly craving a big bowl of my favorite cereal. Until next time, stay crunchy.